Hello fellow shadows, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to talk about Black Panther. And the reason why personally I haven't really mentioned my thoughts on what Marvel should do with Black Panther yet is because Chadwick Boseman died in September, August? And I felt like there should be at least some time passed before having going to what I think would be the best way for Marvel to tackle the whole Black Panther T'Challa character, since Chadwick Boseman's sadly no longer with us. And I heard people as soon as I heard it, within a few hours, saying, "Oh my God, what are they going to do? Are they going to recast Black Panther, or are they going to CGI him?" Which I heard that one. Or are they going to have Shuri be Black Panther, or someone else be Black Panther? Oh my God, what? And I was like, when I heard that, I said, the guy's been dead for not even 24 hours, and not even a week, a full-on week, not even a full-on month, and you guys are already talking about a possible replacement for him? Talking about what will happen to, what you guys think should happen to the character? Come on. At least have some respect. At the very least, 2 days. Our respect for the actor, for the guy, before talking that crap. At the very least 2 days, if you can't wait that long. Besides, waiting not even a full day. That pissed me off. That honestly pissed me off. Guess I felt like having any speculation that soon was essentially disrespectful to Chadwick Boseman, because you're taking away from his death, and people who speculated that way, I feel like we're taking away from he just died and being respectful and giving at least some time to honor the life and legacy of Chadwick Boseman, which, yes, includes Black Panther. But you're taking away from that to speculate what you guys think should happen. That was too damn soon, in my opinion. That frustrated me. That really frustrated me. And I've even seen it on TikTok, and it's guys, the guy just died. We should focus less on that at the moment. What you guys are saying, a possible recast of T'Challa, possible replacement of T'Challa. We should wait on having these discussions until at least months after he died, to give some time to remember the great person I've heard Chadwick Boseman was, to honor the guy's memory, besides talking about the character Black Panther that he played. So yeah, that frustrated me. That genuinely frustrated me. And I tried to steer clear of that conversation as much as I could. Because, yeah, like I said, that frustrated me. But now, it's been months. There was one talk about them CGIing Chadwick Boseman's face. Between recasting the character, passing on the torch type deal, and the whole CGI, the CGI one is my least favorite. Digitally recreating Chadwick Boseman. I watched Rise of Skywalker, when it was in theaters. And besides creating new scenes with Carrie Fisher, they decided to use recycled footage. And I applaud J.J. Abrams for trying to be respectful to Carrie Fisher. I really do. I really do. I genuinely applaud him for trying to do what's best for Carrie Fisher. But it felt awkward. It's just watching CGI Leia, like CGI Carrie Fisher, was awkward. It felt awkward. It really did. It's like I could accept her, like the character's death, Leia's death, more than I could accept Luke Skywalker's. But yeah, I mean, I feel like they still stay true to the character of Leia, but it just felt awkward. It really felt awkward, and having a movie, a Black Panther movie, with CGI Chadwick Boseman would feel awkward. Really, really awkward. So, let's read Deadline's article. Black Panther 2 will not use digital double of Chadwick Boseman, says EP. Thank you. Black Panther executive producer Victoria Alonso says the sequel to the blockbuster action film will not use a digital double to the late Chadwick Boseman, who played the title role in the first film, and Civil War, and Infinity War, and Endgame, but they don't mention that in here. The MCU producer strongly denied the rumored digital appearance in the interview in the Argentine newspaper Clarin. I probably butchered the name, sorry. No, there's only one Chadwick, and he's no longer with us. Sadly, our king has died in real life, not only in fiction, and we're taking a little time to see how we continue the story and how to honor this chapter of what has unexpectedly happened to us. So painful and terrible, to be honest. Chadwick wasn't only a wonderful human being every day for the 5 years we spent together, but also, I believe that what he did as a character elevated us as a company and left his moment on history. I mean, yeah, he was T'Challa, Jackie Robinson, Thurgood Marshall, James Brown. He definitely left his mark on history. Black Panther 2 is set begin filming early in 2021 with anticipated debut in 2022. Ryan Coogler is back as the writer and director for the sequel. I know that sometimes in production 2 or 3 months go by and we say that too much time has passed, but it's not too much time. We have to really think about what we're going to do next and decide how we're going to honor the franchise, Alonso said. Boseman died in late August at age 43 from colon cancer. I mean, it's sad because he seemed to be a really cool and amazing dude. Like, from everything I've heard nothing bad about Chadwick Boseman. Everything I've heard seemed to be a real life hero, a good person. Sure, yeah, it's sad that we lost him. But I agree with when they said it changed. I agree with this article, how it says, well, the woman who says, try and bring the, when she said, I believe that what he did as a character elevated us as a company and has left his moment on history. He definitely has left his mark on history. I feel like with Black Panther 2, I feel like they could, like, the audience will be accepting with what happened to Chadwick Boseman more so than if he was alive, per se. With him, like, the torso of the Black Panther getting brought down to Shuri, like, having, like, months after, like, Endgame or years after, and maybe T'Challa, like, they recast the T'Challa part, but have Shuri be the new Black Panther, where T'Challa is king. I feel like fans will accept that. And I think fans will also accept the whole still having T'Challa be the center part of Black Panther 2, but obviously getting recasted. I feel like fans would accept either or even have someone else that's worthy to take on the Black Panther mantle. I feel like fans will also accept that outcome, even if it's not Shuri, more, keyword more, than CGI Chadwick Boseman, because it will feel awkward to see CGI Chadwick Boseman. It was weird to see CGI Leia. And you can say, I understand, you can say, well, what about CGI Tarkin and CGI Leia in Rogue One? CGI Leia in Rogue One only lasted 10 seconds? It might have been, you could tell that was CGI, but she was only there for 10 seconds. For me, Leia was not that weird at all to have CGI. Tarkin, I can see where people are coming from when they're complaining about Tarkin in Rogue One, but again, since the guy who played Tarkin, I think, died in 2001. Jump cut time. Okay, I was wrong. He died in 1994. But still, I feel like enough time has passed where it didn't really feel as awkward as CGI Leia. And keep it, if you guys pay attention before any of you guys attack me, I said as. Because he died in 1994 and the movie came out, in 2016? So there has been, about a 22 years time? And yeah, you still feel awkward to a certain extent for me watching it, because I know Peter Wilton Cushing, being the actor who played Grand Moff Tarkin, has been dead for some time. And I feel like that's also why it didn't feel weird, me seeing the 10 seconds of CGI Leia in Rogue One, because Carrie Fisher was still alive at the time. But we had 22 years, the guy's been dead for 22 years at that time. So, even though, yeah, I'm saying it didn't feel as awkward as Leia, or T'Challa, if they did go that route, which thankfully they didn't, Tarkins didn't feel as awkward, or would not have felt as awkward, because for the reason I gave. But I'm happy. I'm really, really happy that they aren't recasting T'Challa. Like, I shouldn't say that, but isn't CGI the Chadwick Boseman's face on T'Challa? Because that would be too awkward filming. Way too awkward. I'll tell you guys a story before I end this stream. Meaning video. So, I'm a big fan of Chadwick Boseman. My first movie that I've seen with him was 42, I believe. The Jackie Robinson movie. I believe that's my first Jackie Robinson movie I've ever seen. I mean, Chadwick Boseman movie that I've ever seen. Could have seen like at least one more movie before that, but in memory, that's the first movie of Chadwick Boseman I've seen. I didn't really pay attention to him until like when he was Black Panther. So, as you guys may know, I have a TikTok. I said this multiple times in streams. There's this one video where I use one of my keyblades. Like, they have clips and on TikTok that they call sounds. And it's from Infinity War. And it's when the Wakandans and some of the Avengers are prepared to fight. And T'Challa does that chant. And Bombay, Wakanda forever. That video I did, the original video I did, has blown up since he died. But since that video, I did this one video, Black Panther, because of Chadwick Boseman, has become my second favorite Marvel hero. Spider-Man is my first, but Black Panther is my second favorite Marvel hero. So, and I love Star Wars, and I'm a fan of Marvel. As you guys can probably see, vaguely, I'm fighting a pitch right in this picture that I'm pointing to. And so I decided to just, in my room, randomly do that video as my Star Wars character I was going as is Nemo Calrissian, Lando Calrissian's son. I created a character. In no means am I saying that Lando Calrissian has a son in canon, but that's just a OC character I made. OC being original character. So I have a light up lightsaber that's green. And at the time I had like a lightsaber like this too. That was also Luke Skywalker's. My light up lightsaber and the lightsaber like this was both Luke Skywalker's. So I got my one that's kind of like this, where you just whip out and the blade comes out. So I did that scene from Infinity War. I said, Bombay. And then I had to edit the video where I stopped at, I think it was like before I said Wakanda forever, or a little bit afterwards, as I was like charging off camera, where then you don't see the lightsaber that has the blade come out, but then my lightsaber that can't light up, that you guys seen in some of my videos. I think I showcased some of my live streams. So I mean, and I say Wakanda forever, and go off screen. You can duet people, and if like multiple people duet that like in a row, like duet the duet of the duets, however how many duets, that's called a chain. So that Bombay, Wakanda Forever. When I did as my Star Wars character, that is my first ever chain on TikTok. And because of my first chain ever, because of Chadwick Boseman, because that's one of the reasons for this. The TikTok chain is the second reason, and I feel like in this scenario, the main reason why the whole Bombay, Wakanda Forever part from Infinity War, especially the Wakanda Forever part, is so nostalgic for me, because not only do I associate that with Chadwick Boseman, but I also associate that with my first chain on TikTok. And the reason why I'm bringing this story up is because it was on my bucket list to meet Chadwick Boseman in real life and potentially like show him one of the chains that was made, that I unintentionally started from that scene from Infinity War, Bombay, Wakanda Forever, and tell him about it, and to also thank him for having an impact in my life like he did. Even though I have not met the guy, he's one of those people that has inspired me to become a better person. And I miss him. I do, and yeah, of course I'm sad I'm not forgotten to meet him, and I'm sad that he's gone. And yeah, and on TikTok I even made this OC, again OC meaning original character, that is his son. And I made that character named Prince Aid. Aid is African for royalty. I did that on purpose because my character would be the Prince of Wakanda, having T'Challa being king, of course. I made that character a few days before he died. And I did I was like, when he died, I was like, what? Like, not only did it hurt because he's like, Black Panther's my favorite MCU character, as well as my second favorite Marvel character, but I just made a Black Panther OC as well, being his son, like Chadwick Boseman's character's son. And I was like, what? So on TikTok I have not made many videos with that OC because it's hard for me to do any videos with that character, because of what happened. Like, I made that character, like, I want to say a day or two before Chadwick Boseman died, and it's hard for me to do that with the knowledge I have, like with the timing. It's hard. And yeah, of course, I hope I do Chadwick Boseman proud, but I want to share that story with you guys, because I wanted you to share at least two stories, like one story, which I ended up sharing two, with you guys, on top of this whole Marvel's not going to do CGI T'Challa, or CGI Chadwick Boseman, share with you guys how Chadwick Boseman had a positive influence in my life. And yeah, like I said, he has made me want to become a better person. Even to this day, I still want to be a better person, to honor him, to hopefully he would be one of those people, if I hadn't met, and became friends with, I hope he would, like, to be that type of person that he would be proud of me being. So yeah. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. And my condolences to the people who knew him personally. And I'm happy again, going back to the main topic. I'm so happy that they aren't doing CGI Chadwick Boseman for Black Panther 2, because that would have been too much. It honestly would have been too much, too awkward, too much. I don't want to CGI Chadwick Boseman for Black Panther 2, and I'm happy that they aren't doing that. All due respect to Chadwick Boseman, like, I don't want to see CGI faced Chadwick Boseman. It will feel too awkward. Now, regardless if they do the pass on the torch type deal to T'Challa's sister, or to a different character, or just recast the part of T'Challa, whichever direction that they decide to go in has a lot to live up to. Because Chadwick Boseman made a mark in the MCU and in history, like the article says. Will the next person be as good as Chadwick Boseman? No. No. And that is respect. I'm saying this as respect to whoever they have as Chadwick take out the role of T'Challa, if they do go that route, with respect to that person. But nobody can be as good as Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther, as T'Challa. Just like nobody can be the Spider-Man for me, can never replace Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man as Spider-Man for me. Sir Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland may be good Spider-Man or Spider-Man, but since Tobey Maguire is the first Spider-Man for me, he will always be the Spider-Man for me, like in terms of live action. And nobody live action, whether it's Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, or anyone else who plays the Peter Parker version of Spider-Man, can ever replace Peter Parker's version of Spider-Man for me. Just like Christian Bale will always be my favorite and the Batman for me. Even though I was familiar with the I've seen some Batman movies before the Christian Bale version, but Christian Bale will always be the Batman for me in live action. Kevin Conroy will always be the Batman for me in voice acting. Stephen Amell will always be the Green Arrow for me, because he's like the first live action Green Arrow, and I'm talking about live action. Grant Gustin will always be the Flash for me, even though there are different versions of the Flash. Mark Hamill will always be the Luke Skywalker for me. Same with Prince Carrie Fisher with Leia, Harrison Ford with Han Solo, Billy D. Williams as Lando, even though I like Donald Glover's version of Lando. Billy D. Williams cannot be replaced as Lando. I'm sorry. So, but in no means am I saying whoever may take on the role of T'Challa now won't be good. It's just that won't be. It won't. They cannot replace Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa for me. They can't. And for me. That's my whole point when I was using the actors is especially with the whole Tobey Maguire and Spider-Man being the Peter Parker Spider-Man. Nobody can replace Chadwick Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa for me. But that doesn't mean that the next person who is T'Challa won't be good. So, what do you guys think? Are you guys happy that Black Panther 2, whenever it's coming out, I know they are saying they're planning to start filming next year and having the movie debut in 2022, but I don't know if they're going to have that same release year or date with one Chadwick Boseman's death. I don't know if they're going to push it up either later 2022 or in 2023. And on top of Chadwick Boseman's sad death, we're still in a pandemic. And even if it does get made under this pandemic, it's a matter of will they come to theaters or will they go straight to Disney Plus like Mulan, the live action Mulan did? And I feel like if it does go on like Disney Plus, go straight streaming, I feel like it'll do better than Mulan because people will be more interested in seeing what happened to the character. I feel like more people will be interested in seeing what will happen to the character of T'Challa more than the exact plot, if that makes sense, of the movie, than they were interested in Mulan. That's just me. But yeah, with his sad death, Chadwick Boseman's sad death, and we still living in a pandemic at the moment, I'm highly doubting that we will. I mean, at the moment, or at least just say questioning. I'm questioning whether or not they're going to keep the 2022 slate, the year slate, or move it to 2023. But what do you guys think about them not using CGI Chadwick Boseman for Black Panther 2? Are you guys happy like I am, or down about it, or in about it? And what do you guys think that they should do to the character of Black Panther in terms of like recasting that role of T'Challa, or passing down the mantle? And who do you think should the mantle of Black Panther should be passed on down to? Like, tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. Thank you all for watching this video. Love you all. Be kind to one another. Thank you all for watching this 30-minute video, and Wakanda forever. And I'll catch you guys next time.